technology, engineering, or mathematics and are looking for U.S. permanent residency or the green card via the EB2 National Interest.
On the news tonight, President Bola Tinubu calls for unity of purpose and collaboration among all arms of government to achieve national development goals. Nigeria becomes first country in the world to roll out a new vaccine, MEN 5CV, recommended by WHO. President, Actors Guild of Nigeria, Emeka Rulers, sets up committee to enhance safety and welfare of members. And abroad, US President Joe Biden says he expects Iran to attack Israel sooner than later. Good evening. Welcome to Delta TV News Tonight. My name is Francis Ofudue. President Bola Tinubu has called for unity of purpose and more collaboration between the federal, state government and members of the National Assembly to achieve national development goals. The president made the appeal while receiving state governors and the leadership of the National Assembly in Lagos yesterday, led by Vice President Kashim Shettima. The delegation included Senate President Godswill Akpabio, House Representative Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, as well as Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State, and Chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, among others. Speaking on behalf of the President, Mr. Shettima expressed optimism about Nigeria's economic resurgence and called for collective efforts to propel the nation forward. He urged unity and collaboration among all stakeholders to achieve shared prosperity and promised a brighter future for the nation. Emphasizing President Tinubu's role as a unified leader transcending ethnic and religious lines, the Vice President noted that the gathering of 27 governors in Lagos, along with the leadership of the National Assembly and some former governors, bore the testimony of a tribalized leader. Mr. Akpabio commended the state governors for emulating President Tinubu's leadership style, characterized by listening to diverse voices and consulting widely with the people, irrespective of political affiliations. In his remarks, Mr. Abdul Razak expressed support for the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar coastal highway, describing it as a huge project that would have a significant impact on the nation when completed. He commended the president's efforts in stabilizing the economy and improving living conditions, highlighting the positive development in the country, which include the stabilization of the exchange rate and decreasing food prices. He attributed these developments or improvements to the president's initiatives and also lauded the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare's funding for 8,800 primary health care centers. The governor also expressed gratitude for the support provided by the federal government to state, particularly in distributing grains to alleviate food shortages. Mr. Abdul Razak reiterated the governor's commitment to supporting the president's initiatives and pledged to continue complementing the effort of the federal government in driving progress and prosperity across the nation. The federal government has set up a committee to implement the Cancer Health Fund, CHF. The Director General of the National Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment, Dr. Usman Aliyu, disclosed this at an interactive session organized by NICRAT in collaboration with International Society of Media on Public Health today in Abuja. The CHF is an initiative of the Federal Ministry of Health aimed at providing cancer treatment to indigent Nigerians and strengthening national cancer care. The initiative commenced in 2021 with 6 pilot hospitals: the Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Zaria, Kaduna State; the National Hospital, Abuja; University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Benin, Edo State; the Federal Teaching Hospital, Gombe; the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Enugu; and the University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State. producer at 8. We apologize for that break. It received some glitches. We're back now, and news continues. The federal government has set up a committee to implement the Cancer Health Fund, CHF. The Director General of the National Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment, Dr. Usman Aliyu, disclosed this at an interactive session organized by Nikrat Care. The initiative commenced in 2021 with 6 pilot hospitals: the Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Zaria, Kaduna State; the National Hospital, Abuja; University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Benin, Edo State; the Federal Tenko Hospital, Gombe; University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital, Enugu; University College Hospital, Ibadan, Oyo State. The government had, in the 2024 Appropriation Act, budgeted 200 million naira for the treatment of indigent cancer patients as part of the CHF. Dr. Ali added that efforts are ongoing on increasing the fund in the coming years and for another amount to be set aside for childhood cancers in the country. The Director General also stated that efforts are underway to establish a centralized standard National Cancer Registry and data plan in the country. According to him, the registry had not been in existence due to some factors, including lack of funding. He said the institute is partnering with the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency to train frontline health workers at primary healthcare centers on basic cancer screening techniques to promote early detection and early treatment. For her part, the Chief Operating Officer at Stephen James Healthcare Limited, Ayodele Obaro, said there was a need for oncology nurses in the treatment of cancer. She added that oncology nurses serve as patients' first line of communication and help to coordinate the many aspects of care throughout cancer treatment. Nigeria has become the first country in the world to roll out a new vaccine, MEN 5CV, recommended by the World Health Organization, WHO, to protect people against meningitis. The World Health Body, in a statement, said the vaccine would protect people against 5 strains of meningococcus bacteria and described Nigeria's feat as historic. It said that health workers would begin an immunization campaign aimed at reaching 1 million people. The statement said that the vaccine and emergency vaccination activities were funded by Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, which funds the global meningitis vaccine stockpile and supports lower-income countries with routine vaccination against meningitis. According to the WHO, Nigeria is one of the 26 meningitis hyper-endemic countries of Africa, situated in the area known as African Meningitis Belt. It noted that last year, there was a 50% jump in annual meningitis cases reported across Africa. The statement noted that meningitis is a serious infection that leads to the inflammation of the membranes that surround and protect the brain and spinal cord, adding that symptoms often include headache, fever, and stiff neck. Bacterial meningitis is the most serious and can also result in blood poisoning, which can seriously disable or kill within 24 hours. WHO Director General Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus said meningitis was an old and deadly foe, adding that the new vaccine holds the potential to change the trajectory of the disease, preventing future outbreaks and saving many lives. He said that the revolutionary new vaccine offers a powerful shield against the 5 major strains of meningococcal bacteria, A, C, W, Y, and X, in a single shot. All 5 strains cause meningitis and blood poisoning. According to him, this provides broader protection than the current vaccine used in much of Africa, which is only effective against the A strain. The statement quoted Professor Mohammed Pate, Nigeria's Minister of Health and Social Welfare, as saying that northern Nigeria, particularly the states of Jigawa, Bauchi, and Yobe, were badly hit by the deadly outbreak of meningitis, and that the vaccine provided health workers with a new tool to both stop the outbreak and put the country on the path of total elimination. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, and the Nigeria Police Force, NPF, have warned candidates preparing for the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, against fake websites. The two bodies gave the warning at a joint news conference in Abuja today. The Force Public Relations Officer, ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, said there were several fake websites created by unscrupulous individuals with the intention of misleading candidates. He urged candidates to be wary of their tactics, saying that fake websites were designed to deceive innocent candidates into providing personal details such as registration numbers, email addresses, and phone numbers. The force condemned the fraudulent activities and reiterated their readiness to safeguard the interests of candidates and maintain the integrity of the examination process. They urged parents, guardians, and stakeholders to ensure that candidates print their UTME notification slips only from the board's approved website, www.jam.gov.ng. Candidates can print their slips from the comfort of their homes or visit any of the over 700 accredited computer-based test centers nationwide. Mr. Adejobi explained that the force was familiar with the tactics employed by fraudsters, especially during the annual assessment and admission exercises. Mr. Adejobi said any candidate who visits the fake site would definitely have unreliable information and thereby miss out on the forthcoming exams. He also called on candidates to beware of websites offering live questions and answers as they were false and deceptive, saying that accessing such materials was prohibited. Mr. Adejobi said the board was partnering with the Nigeria Police Force National Cybercrime Center to address online scam-related issues seamlessly. He also stressed that the Inspector General of Police had ordered the NPF NCCC to go after scammers and fraudsters who engage in cyber-related crimes and create phishing sites portals. For his part, the JAM spokesperson, Mr. Fabian Benjamin, pledged the board's commitment to continue playing its role and urged candidates to ignore any unsolicited messages, noting that it's aware from elements whose aims to defraud candidates. The 2024 UTME is scheduled to commence on Friday, April 19 and end on April 29. Candidates are advised to print their UTME notification slips before Friday, April 19 to access vital information about examinations. Any websites other than www.jam.gov.ng offering UTME slip printing services was fake and designed to defraud candidates. The federal government has targeted over 25,000 jobs and $2.5 billion worth of investment by 2027. The program director and chief executive of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, Mr. Michael Oluwabeni, made this known during the Presidential CNG Stakeholders Engagement Workshop held at Bovas Auto Gas Filling Stations, Ajibode Bus Stop in Ibadan, Oyo State Capital. He said the initiative, which was part of palliative measures to ease the burden of the removal of fuel subsidy, would attract enormous investment and job creation that would impact the lives of Nigerians positively, and called on Nigerians to embrace the new initiative by the federal government. Earlier, when President Tinubu gave his speech on October 1 last year, he announced that the presidential CNG initiatives are going to be rolled out as part of palliatives on the removal of fuel subsidy. Meanwhile, on the value chain of the initiative, Mr. Oluwabemi explained that the Federal Ministry of Finance is acquiring tricycles and buses that will be assembled and manufactured in Nigeria, with more than 5 automobile firms being activated. The presidential initiative aims to introduce more than 11,500 new CNG-enabled vehicles and provide 5,000 CNG conversion kits for existing vehicles that depend on premium motor spirit. Also, the initiative will promote local manufacturing assembly and job creation. You're watching Delta TV Main News at 8. Still to come, President, Actors Guild of Nigeria, Emeka Rollas, sets up committee to enhance safety and welfare of members. Stay with us. Delta TV Main News at 8. The President, Actors Guild of Nigeria, Emeka Rollas, has set up a committee to enhance the safety and welfare of members. The Guild disclosed this in a statement signed by its Director of Communications, Kate Henshaw, and posted on its Instagram page today. Development followed the boat accident, which claimed the lives of 5 film practitioners, including popular actor Junior Pope. That was on Wednesday. The statement further listed the mandate of the committee to include fine-tuning the existing bylaws to include members' welfare, standard safety guidelines, and set protocols. The committee is led by veteran actor Emeka Ike, while Jude Oroha will serve as the secretary. Other members of the committee include Joke Silva, Mosola Jilade Kende, Francis Juru, Bimbo Manuel, Patience Ozokwo, Hilda Dokubo, Abubakar Yakubu, Gideon Okeke, Anthony Igbetere, Femi Brandt, and Kelvin Uvo. Prior to this, Junior Pope and 4 other crew members died when their boat capsized while returning from a movie location on the River Niger. Reacting to the incident, the AGN barred actors from shooting movies in riverine areas and participating in boat rides. The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, has announced that the new single and general multi-purpose card, GMPC, will be distributed to applicants via their respective banks, similar to the process for issuing debit and credit cards. This was contained in a statement signed by the head of corporate communications of the Commission, Mr. Kayode Adegoke. According to the Commission, the new national identity card will be issued as a general multi-purpose card, GMPC, providing a single convenient solution, striking out the need for multiple cards. In addition, the Commission is collaborating with the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and the Nigerian Interbank Settlement System, NIBSS, to facilitate the payment and financial functionalities of the card. In a statement released by Kayode Adegoke, NIMC's head of corporate communications, it was noted that the national ID card, equipped with verifiable identity features, is supported under the NIMC Act No. 23 of 2007. The Global Scene is next as we join our World News Desk.
President Joe Biden says he expects Iran to attack Israel sooner than later as fears grows of Iranian retaliation over an airstrike that killed top commanders early this month. Israel has not admitted attacking an Iranian consulate in Syria, but is widely believed to have been behind it. President Biden said the U.S. is devoted to the defense of Israel to defeat Iran. Iran backs Hamas, the Palestinian group fighting Israel in Gaza, as well as various pro-Israel groups throughout the region, including some such as the Hezbollah in Lebanon that frequently carry out strikes against Israelis. Yesterday, Hezbollah said it had launched dozens of rockets from Lebanon toward Israel. An Israel Defense Forces IDF spokesman said around 40 missiles and 2 explosive drones had been launched. No casualties were reported and there were no indications of involvement from other actors. Ever since the later April 1 strike on the consulate building in Damascus, from which Israel believes Iran was directing its covert arms supplies to Iranian forces in Lebanon and Syria, Iran's security establishment has been debating its response. But Iran does not want a full-scale war, nor does its neighbor on the Arab side of the Gulf. Governments there have already asked Iran for restraint. Officials in several countries have been trying to dissuade Iran from launching an attack, fearing it will spark a wider regional war. A Palestinian man has been killed in the occupied West Bank and 25 others are reportedly hurt after dozens of Jewish settlers stormed a village during an Israeli search for a missing teenager. Israeli troops intervened after dozens of settlers stormed Al-Maguia armed with guns and stones. It is not clear yet whether the man who died, Jihad Abu Aliyah, age 26, was shot by an armed settler or Israeli soldier. The Palestinian Red Crescent said live fire hit at least 8 people. Missing Benjamin Hahimia, age 14, has not been seen. However, a huge search is underway. Local media said the circumstances around the teenager's disappearance were still unknown and the military was not sure if the incident was terrorism related. Troops have set up roadblocks in the area. Israeli media reported that Benjamin Akimia had left Gar Farm in the settler outpost of Malaki Shalom early yesterday and had not been seen since. Police said he had been grazing sheep and the sheep returned to the farm without him. His sister Hannah said he was familiar with the area. Dozens of Russian military instructors have arrived in Niger as part of a new agreement with the country's junta, which has cut links with the West. Report says they arrive along with a state-of-the-art air defense system. They are expected to install the system and teach Niger's army how to use it. The West African countries, one several in the Sahel region ruled by military authorities, to have recently strengthened ties with Russia. A spokesperson for Niger's military government yesterday said the Russians were in the country to train soldiers. The Russian Defense Ministry Parliamentary Group, African Corps, also known as the Russian Expeditionary Corps, REK, wrote on Telegram that this was the first group of servicemen and volunteers to go to Niger. The military supplies appear to be part of a regime survival package. Niger's democratically elected president, Mohamed Bazoum, was overthrown last year by the junta, which has since cut military and diplomatic ties with France, the former colonial power, and revoked an agreement with the US. The European Union suspended security cooperation with the country in the wake of the coup. Mr. Lassine said the military government was still concerned about some form of fiscal interference in Niger by the political and economic alliance of West African states known as ECOWAS. He added that this is probably the reason for the supply of a Russian air defense system rather than to help suppress Islamist fighters.
Now from the world news to sports news, Nigerian skipper William Trust Ekong believes Victor Osimhen has what it takes to be a future captain of the Super Eagles. The 30-year-old has been a leader in the national team since making his debut in June 2015 in an African Cup of Nations AFCON qualifier against Chad. Trust Ekong's latest tournament was the 2023 AFCON in the Ivory Coast, where he played 6 out of Nigeria's 7 matches as they reached the final of the tournament. The skipper sees Osimhen as the future Super Eagles captain and has stepped in for the role. Like Trust Ekong, Osimhen has so demonstrated impeccable leadership during the Nigeria's AFCON campaign, and although he scored just once, his work rate and selfless play made up for his lack of goals. He was also instrumental in Napoli's historic title success last season, leading by example from the front and scoring 26 goals in Serie A to emerge as the league's top scorer. Now here's our thought for the day. Being confident and believing in yourself is crucial to reaching your goals. To end the news, the main point again. President Bola Tinubu has called for unity of purpose and more collaboration between the federal, state governments and members of the National Assembly to achieve national development goals. The president made the appeal for 7 state governors and leadership of the National Assembly in Lagos yesterday. Nigeria has become the first country in the world to roll out a new vaccine, MEN5CV, recommended by the World Health Organization (WHO) to protect people against meningitis. The World Health Body, in a statement, said that the vaccine will protect people against 5 strains of meningococcus bacteria and described Nigeria's feat as historic. The President, active of Nigeria, Emeka Rolles, has set up a committee to enhance the safety and welfare of members. The Guild disclosed this in a statement signed by its Director of Communications, Kate Henshaw, and posted on its Instagram page today. And from the foreign scene, we reported that U.S. President Joe Biden says he expects Iran to attack Israel sooner than later as fears grow of Iranian retaliation over an airstrike that killed top commanders early this month. Israel has not admitted attacking an Iranian consulate in Syria, but is widely believed to have been behind it. And that's the news. Many thanks for being part of it. My name is Francis Ofudwe. Have a lovely evening. Good night.